Committee, Kashmir School Federation Registered, Parents Association of Privately Administered Schools PAPS, Kashmir Private School Organization, supported by Kashmir Traders and Manufacturers Federation Registered. I will try to read out few of the points for which we have all assembled here. Point number 1, about the recently decision by the education authorities in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to exclusively mandate the use of educational material provided by the Jammu and Kashmir Board of School Education has sparked concern among the stakeholders invested in the future of our children. While the objective may be to standardize the educational content, it adversely restricts the choice available to the students and parents, potentially hindering the global aspiration of our youth and jeopardizing the principle of free and innovative education system. As we all know that NEP 2020 is round the corner. The new education policy NEP 2020, a transformative blueprint designed by the central government, underscores the importance of skill-based learning, leveraging game-based digital and communicative formats to facilitate holistic development. But at the same time, we must think that the books which Jammu and Kashmir Board of School Education is trying to implement on the private schools, are they in resonance? This is the question which I leave to the audience. Are they in the resonance with the NEP 2020? Secondly, do they cater the curriculum designed by the new education policy? Because the new education policy is treated to be a solution to all the problems that we are facing in the country, especially the unemployment. As we all know that Jammu and Kashmir is facing a huge crisis of unemployment, and we are, according to the statistics, we are number 2 unemployed state after Rajasthan. So NEP is considered to be one of the solution. Point number 3, this decision also poses a significant threat to the quality of education, employment opportunities, and overall economic stability of the region. The ripple effect will be felt not only by 200 private publishers, 1,000 representative of publishers, 3,200 booksellers, but almost 10,000 families who earn their bread and butter directly or indirectly by the implementation of this order. Their whole career and future will be at stake. Because on one hand, we are trying to provide more and more employment, more and more avenues, more and more resources for the employment. And on the other hand, we are trying to more than 10,000 families who are directly or indirectly involved in the publication and all. Point number 4, in comparison with other union territories, because there is always a comparison between the union territories. In comparison with the other union territories like Delhi, Chandigarh, there is no such procedure, because the private, whatever the order has been implemented, it is only implemented in the UT of Jammu and Kashmir and not in the other UTs as well. And the private books are widely being used and prescribed by the private schools, and the private publishers are growing day by day. Because we all know that while we are using prescribing these published books, the authors, which has a repute all across the country, all across the world, so every parent will love to have us to to have the authors and read their books for their kids as well. Point number 5, recognizing the financial consideration, because when we talk about certain things, then the financial consideration has to be there. We emphasize that the cost of the set of the books per year is well within the affordable limit, translating to the mere 300 rupees per month. The investment in quality education is an investment in the future of our nation, and we should not compromise on the fundamental right to choose one's education path. We all are having huge stock of books. This is what publishers, the main point about the publishers is that we have a huge stock of books which we have printed in this year only, and by the implementation of this order, it will go in vain and we will have no value. Also, we have taken huge amount of loans, because every organization, whenever as far as publishers are concerned, before you proceed for the next session and all that, you have to raise huge loans from the banks so that you can fulfill the orders and all other things. We request the concerned authorities of Jammu and Kashmir Board of School Education and our Honorable Governor LG Sahab, Shri Manoj Sinha ji, that we should be given a time period of 2 to 3 years to liquidate our stock and to recover our outstanding from the market and also loans from the bank, because it cannot be done overnight. We need some time. That's what we are requesting to the authorities, that we should be given some time. We have almost 3,000 labor staff like salesmen, accountants, packers, helpers who are earning their livelihood by the grace of this trade. And once they'll get collapsed, they will be jobless and they'll create a problem in our society. At the same time, the private schools also face various problems in getting the NOCs, no objection certificates, from various concerned departments, and cases regarding their land records and lease deeds need to be reviewed. Each certificate takes months together, while moving from pillar to post. The moment a school gets the NOC from one department, that time the time period for another NOC passes, and at the same time the person is only the private school owner is only running from pillar to post to get one NOC, then another NOC, then another NOC. By the time he gets the third NOC, the first NOC expires. So this is the something mockery which has to be end as soon as possible. The NOC should be validated for not less than 5 years period, and the linkage department should be instructed to ease the process of assurance of various certificates. Like recently we have seen that JK Tourism has done this practice, so JK board can also follow the same practice as well. Also the boards should not stop the facilities for NOCs as they directly affected the future of the students. Now there is one more burning issue that has been the deregistration 125 private schools, which is a very unilateral decision of the education department. We believe that this move has not given a death blow to the livelihood of around 2,300 families, but also brought great inconvenience to the thousands of students studying in these private schools, because these students are really in a fix. They don't know what to do because their school has been derecognized at this point of time. We propose that a lenient view be taken in case of these schools, and fresh lease shall be given to the schools on government land and the land belonging to the religious books like Waqf Extra, because there are a lot of people who have been associated with these schools. Somebody, a watcher of the school who has given his life to the school. Now his school has been derecognized, deregistered. Where should he go? Because he might be at the age of 50, 55, 60. Where will he go at this age? Where will he find this? I conclude with all this, and I will request now Mr. Wasim Saab.
बोर्ड की ओर से एक ऑर्डर आया था जिसमें वो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन चाहते हैं, उनकी जो J&K स्टेट बोर्ड की बुक्स है वो प्राइवेट स्कूल्स में इम्प्लीमेंट होनी चाहिए। तो उसमें एक तो कमर्शियल लॉस, वो तो आप सबको पता ही होगा, लेकिन एक चीज़ जो गौर फिक्र करने की बात है वो ये है कि एज पर द न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी, are the books that the J&K State Board is trying to implement on private schools, are they in compliance with the NEP?